Hi, guys. Welcome back. I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving. This week is a little bit busier. There's a few things that we have going on, and I'm hoping that you're going to finish this class really strong. Let me walk you through some of the things that we're doing this week. This week's topic is on spirituality, so you'll see the lecture notes as well as the recorded lecture here. This week, one of our bigger tasks, although we actually have a couple of tasks this week, but one of the bigger ones I really want to be upfront about is the mental health discussion. We have not been great at discussions in this class. We've had so many individuals that just didn't participate at all that it was making it really difficult for our small groups, which I had hoped would work out, but just didn't. That's okay. So you'll see up in the instructions that the discussion moved you out of the small groups that you were in into a class-wide group, so that for those who are participating early, you should be able to see and respond to others even earlier than usual, and not feel like you're having to wait until really late in the week to be able to do things. As a reminder to everybody, like, this is everybody's expectation. You should all be posting and discussing and involved. Your first post should be done by Wednesday at midnight. You can certainly do it earlier, and that's advised, but your first post is due by Wednesday at midnight. That gives a few more days then for people to be able to respond to what you wrote, to be able to ask questions about what you were thinking, to be able to share their experiences that might be similar to things that you referenced, etc. So it's a chance for us. Ideally, we're supposed to be growing and learning, and the discussion is supposed to be a chance where we share not only ideas, but that grows into some respect for alternative perspectives and maybe some new insights. There are the instructions again down here. If you haven't done it in the past, or if it's something that has been so long that you're unfamiliar with it, there's a video link here showing you how to do those kinds of things, and then the grading rubric. The discussion prompt this week is a fairly open one, and it just asks, how are you going to integrate mental health into your overall health and well-being? So that's one of our bigger tasks this week. We also have a stress management plan that is due this week. So you're going to tell me a little bit about how you are going to thoughtfully sort of deal with stressful times. Like, I think these next few weeks may be for you, depending on your class load and what classes you specifically you're in. Typically, the last few weeks are an area where students experience more stress. So there is a template here, and you can and should just be following the template so that we can look through and find all that information easily. But here's the types of things that you're going to be telling me. What are the top three stressors, the three things that just cause you stress most frequently? Like, these are things that you run into on a regular basis. I also want you to think about what's one way that you kind of regularly talk to yourself in a pretty negative way. What's a negative self-talk phrase that you kind of often use? And then what's one alternate phrase that's just going to reverse that line of thought? What's one mental statement, phrase, thought that you can use? Like, if you're starting to experience some negative self-talk, you can just turn that around. You can stop the negative and start with a positive. Then there's going to be a little bit of stuff about time management. So you're going to be telling me a little bit about the average time spent each day, and a plan on how you're going to be more efficient with that time. So where are you spending time right now? How much of it is on gaming? How much of it is in classes? How much of it's on studying? How much of it's on part-time jobs? How much of which is on eating? How much of it is on working out? How much of it is on travel? How much of it is, etc.? Like, all of those things that fit into all of our days. How are they fitting into your day, and how much time are they taking? And then what do you plan to do to try and be more efficient? Where are some of the spaces where you feel like this is not the best use of my time, so I would prefer to use it in another way? And lastly, out of that assignment, it's going to ask you for a breakdown of your average screen time and your utilization of apps. So this is ideally going to be helping you recognize one of the potential wastes of time, or one of the potential areas where you're spending a lot of time and you'd prefer to be spending a little less time. Maybe not a waste of time. That was probably the wrong way to say that. But if you find that you're on social media, or if you're on videos for significantly longer than you really want to be, and that's what we're hoping for you to just be thoughtful about and identify. So we have those two larger assignments: the mental health discussion and your stress management plan. You do have a brief quiz over the lecture material and the lecture notes. And then you'll also be turning in your weekly workout summary. And that will be the end of the things that you are submitting this particular week. You may have last week, so you'll hear this both this week and next week, not knowing when every individual student is completing theirs. You may have last week already done your post-assessment, but every one of us is also responsible for doing post-assessment, both in physical fitness and in body composition. You do have the opportunity, if you want to do bod pod, that should say post, I'll change that to post assessment. You do have the opportunity to do your bod pod assessment again as well, but that's completely optional, just like it was before. So go to the Google document, find a date and a time that is open and that fits with your time schedules for both of these. They're in different spots. The fitness will be done in Hadlock. The body composition will be done in Roberts 181. And you need to sign up for those, and you need to attend them, because you only have this week and next week to be able to finish that task. So I hope that helps you understand what's going on for this for this week 14. And if you need any help from me, let me know. Have a great week.